right. Welcome back to Promontory Decking Headquarters. This is episode 14, I think. Anyway, let's jump right into it. A couple things on the docket this week. Let me go over some of the things that I've done this weekend and some of the things that have kind of changed. And it'll kind of show you how fast things change in this whole operation for me. We're no longer worried about the south part deck. We're moving forward. We don't have time to lollygag and wait around for designs to change again and all that. We're going to just keep booking on with our schedule. This week I got a bunch of business cards printed up and flyers and spent some time driving around town, dropping them off at all the different lumberyards and connecting with some of the suppliers that I've met and built relationships with. And almost immediately after I dropped off some cards with Josh over at Dixie Line in La Mesa, I got a phone call from a lady, and they have a deck that needs to get built. They've got permits and materials chosen already. So they just need a contractor to come in and build it for them. And so that's my first order of business today. I have to go and do this discovery meeting. It's up in the Mount Helix area. And I don't know, I have a pretty good feeling about it. But I'll learn a lot more about it after this meeting. Secondly, Betty Bleu. I've been racing around trying to figure out how I'm going to get this old girl back on the road. And as much as I love working on my old trucks, this task of rebuilding the rear end is just a little bit beyond my mechanical ability. So I put in a call and started talking with a guy at A&B Truck Recycling, and they don't have a matching rear differential for an E250 from 1986 there. They did have one, but when they cracked it open, it was all chewed up. So it was no better than what I have now. So their option is going to be to replace it with an older E350 rear diff that they know is rebuilt and operating correctly. It comes with a 1-year warranty. Now, granted, I'm going to have to be paying for labor and all that, but they told me that the turnaround is like 1 to 2 days. And in an effort to not waste a bunch of my time up underneath there, figuring out I have the wrong parts or whatever, this is just going to be great peace of mind to just get this old girl back on the road and quickly. So hopefully we get this blue van back with it by the end of this week. We can load that thing up with tools and get back after it, because driving around Birdie, the big truck, puts a hole in the wallet, burning a hole in the wallet. That old big F350 needs to be task oriented only. Pleasurably driving that thing around is gets expensive. So we've also spent a lot of time this week emailing property management companies, putting in phone calls, getting the name out there, saying, you know, hey, this is Ethan from Promontory Decking. I'm a new contractor. I focus on X, Y, and Z. And I just wanted to make you aware of my business, and that if you need any services, outdoor carpentry related stuff, to give me a call. And I've been working diligently on trying to compile a master list and getting my name out there. So all of this stuff is kind of boring, but it's kind of like a blessing in disguise to have had a slow period of time to kind of put all the admin stuff that I need to do in line and in motion. Now, this is obviously frustrating for the wallet. It's frustrating for my guys. But it is what it is. And I've come this far. I'm not anywhere close to throwing in the towel. We're going to get this thing up and off the ground and operating. And I always have to try and operate from a place of 100% optimism, because what else are you going to do? So if we can get this next deck landed and a contract signed, I think we're off to the races. I've been doing a lot of the legwork needed to kind of get the name out there. And although I wanted to provide a bunch of content about rebuilding this old van, it's just going to be smarter and wiser for me to utilize my time lining up work and bringing in value for the company than it is to be working on this old van. So, wish me luck today. Another thing I want to go do is maybe go to Dixie Line here shortly and talk with the Milwaukee rep. As you can tell, like I'm in the Milwaukee universe. Now, Milwaukee's not the only battery company that I use, but it is the majority of my tool repertoire. And I want to build some sort of relationship. I don't think Milwaukee is going to give anything to anybody for free because they have such a large share of the market. But maybe if I go down there and I spend a little bit of money and I buy some of these tools that have been on my wish list and meet with their rep, that we might be able to develop like a good little relationship. Maybe we can work out some sort of discounts down the line. So that's on my docket of things to do as well today. So thank you for paying attention. We will have more of these as things fall into place and we continue to connect the dots. I appreciate you guys paying attention, and every little view, every little like means the world to me. They're all little victories, and they keep showing me that even if there's only a handful of people watching, I'm doing it for you guys. And I appreciate you supporting me along on this journey and helping me get this business up off the ground. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you. Thanks for paying attention.